You hear it all the time, right? Just move on. Get over it. What's done is done. Sounds simple, but if it were that easy, you wouldn't still feel like you're drowning in quicksand. You wouldn't still replay old memories like broken records. You wouldn't still wake up feeling like your heart weighs 1,000 pounds. And you definitely wouldn't still feel stuck. Let's get one thing straight. If you could have moved on by now, you would have. You're not lazy. You're not weak. And you're not dramatic. You're just human. And being human means carrying more than logic. It means carrying emotion, pain, regret, guilt, hope, fear. And sometimes, all of that gets trapped inside. So no, you're not crazy. You're not broken. You're stuck. There's a difference. And today, we're going to talk about it. What emotional stuckness really is, why it happens, and what the hell you're supposed to do about it. Let's go. Part 1. The illusion of moving on. Moving on is romanticized. Movies make it seem like you just have a good cry, meet someone new, take a spontaneous trip, and suddenly your trauma disappears into the sunset. That's bullshit. Because in the real world, wounds don't heal on schedule. Grief doesn't pack its bags and leave politely. And your past doesn't stop haunting you just because you should be over it by now. The truth, you don't move on. You move through. And moving through something is messy, painful, non-linear, and deeply personal. Part 2. What does being stuck actually mean? Let's call it what it is. Being emotionally stuck feels like you know something is wrong, but you can't name it. You're tired all the time, but can't sleep. You're surrounded by people, but feel completely alone. You want change, but can't take the first step. You're not waiting for time to heal. You're in survival mode. And survival mode isn't living, it's just not dying. Your nervous system? It's on constant alert. Your brain? Looping the same thoughts. Your body? Holding tension it doesn't know how to release. That's what stuck looks like. Part 3. Why people get stuck. There's no one-size-fits-all answer, but let's break down a few core reasons. 1. Unprocessed emotions. We're taught to be strong, to suck it up, to distract ourselves with work, Netflix, scrolling, drinking, whatever. But emotions don't disappear. They bury themselves inside your body. And when they're not processed, they linger. They harden. They become chronic. That sadness you never cried out? It turns into numbness. That anger you suppressed? It turns into resentment. That heartbreak you minimized? It turns into trust issues. Unprocessed emotions are like unopened mail. Ignore it too long, and eventually, it piles up and blocks the door. 2. Trauma loops. When something traumatic happens, your brain creates shortcuts for survival. It learns, this is dangerous. Don't trust. Always be on guard. Stay small. Stay quiet. Stay safe. Even after the danger is gone, your brain can get stuck in that loop. So anytime you try to grow, to risk, to connect, your nervous system hits the brakes. You think you're sabotaging yourself? You're not. Your brain is trying to protect you with outdated software. 3. Shame. This is a big one. Shame says, you should be over this by now. You're too sensitive. You're the problem. Shame doesn't just trap you in the past. It convinces you that you don't deserve a future. And when you believe that, you don't take steps forward. Because deep down, you don't think you're allowed to. The comfort of familiar pain. As strange as it sounds, sometimes we stay stuck because we're scared of what comes next. You've spent so long with your pain, it's become part of your identity. Who are you without it? Healing means letting go. But letting go also means facing the unknown. And that can feel even scarier than the pain you know. Part 4. So what can you do about it? Let's be real. There's no 5-step formula for healing. But here's what helps. 1. Name it. Call it what it is. Say it out loud. I'm not lazy. I'm grieving. I'm not unmotivated. I'm overwhelmed. I'm not broken. I'm healing. Language gives shape to what you feel. And once you can see it, you can begin to work with it. 2. Stop gaslighting yourself. You don't need to justify your pain. You don't need to compare it. You don't need to shrink it. Your pain is valid, even if others don't see it, even if it doesn't look dramatic, even if you seem fine on the outside. You're allowed to feel what you feel. 3. Get back in your body. When you're emotionally stuck, your body often dissociates. You live in your head. You overthink. You analyze every little thing. Start grounding yourself again. Walk, breathe deeply, stretch, shake, cry, move. Let your body release what your words can't. 4. Make space for stillness. You don't have to always be productive. You don't need to fix everything right now. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is be still. Feel the ache. Let it rise. Let it teach you. Then let it pass. Stop distracting yourself from your healing. 5. Allow for small wins. Healing doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't need a grand breakthrough every day. Sometimes progress looks like getting out of bed, saying no for the first time, crying in the shower, admitting you're not okay. Celebrate the small wins. They matter more than you think. 6. Ask for help. You're not weak for needing support. You're human. Whether it's a therapist, a journal, a close friend, or a support group, find somewhere safe to unpack what you've been carrying alone. Even warriors need rest. Even strong people need softness. Part 5. Final thoughts. Listen. You're not where you want to be. You feel stuck, maybe lost, maybe angry, maybe hopeless. But you're still here, still breathing, still showing up, still fighting. And that means something. You don't need to move on overnight. You just need to move, one honest step at a time, one hard truth at a time, one real moment at a time, one small act of self-respect at a time. You're allowed to take your time. You're allowed to do this messy, and you're allowed to do it in your own way. So next time someone says, just move on, you can look them in the eye and say, I am, just not the way you think. Until we meet again.